engine it's 1150cc. Let me welcome you to today's episode. ...650cc bike, 6 positions. Hi guys, welcome to the channel and welcome to another test ride. This time BMW GS, the famous one. This is more than 20 years old model from BMW, and right now, these days, you already know it, this is a legend. So this model, it's named R1150gs. It has only ABS and nothing more. So shaft drive, boxer engine, double disc at the front and single disc at the rear. Very nice seat, very soft seat, I can confirm it, you see. And this seat has 2 levels, and right now it's on the lowest position. The bike, it's from 1999, and it looks great, I think, even though it's more than 20 years old. So 17 150 70 at the rear, and 19 110 80 at the front. Double discs Brembo, and also single disc at the rear, also Brembo. The engine it's 1150cc, and it has 85 horsepower at 6750 rpm. Peak torque it's 98 newton meters at 5250 rpm, so very low. It has a pretty standard dash, so ref counter, speedo, gear indicator, the level of fuel and the temperature of the oil, and here you have the clock. So turning signals, neutral, the light for the reserve, the light for the battery, high beam, ABS. So what is very different from the other bikes on this one, it is that it has, let me show it to you, it has separated turning signals. So if you wanna turn the left one, you should press the left one. If you wanna turn the right one, you should press the right one. Here I press the left one, you see, then I press this one and it's off, and then again the right one, and the right one works, and this one is to just turn it off. The handlebar, it's 980 millimeters, so almost 1 meter, so you have really a very good feel, and it is a very relaxed position when sitting on this bike. The mirrors are pretty small, but we'll see how they perform during the ride. So also the adjustable screen, here you can see right now it is on its highest position. It is not really going up and down, but you adjust the inclination, I would say. After half an hour I can say, guys, that this bike feels light, even though it's not so light according to the data. The weight of this bike, it's 249 kilos wet, so it's not among the lightest, but the weight distribution on this one is very, very good. So it is a boxer engine and the weight, it's down low. If you ride it easily, I mean, if you don't push it too much, you can get a lot of miles or kilometers from the tank, and the tank is 22 liters, so I think that this is more than enough. The ride, it's very, very BMW. You feel that this is a boxer engine, and it shakes a bit, but there are no particular vibes on the handlebar or even on the pegs. Maybe a tiny ones on the seat, and the front, it's very nice. I mean, the forks, the chassis of this bike, it's a very nice one. It doesn't dive too much. It has a telelever at the front, and you see, it's not diving, so this is a very good thing on this bike. So the suspension, it's not very soft, but neither very hard, so I think it fits this bike just very, very well. The mirrors are small, but you can see everything. Let me check the brakes. Yeah, the brakes are fine. This bike has also ABS, so you don't have to worry when you brake hard. I think the brakes are okay. You should press them a bit more, but they are okay. They are okay for this bike. When riding it, when maneuvering it like you see right now, it is very, very well balanced. You don't even have to put your leg down, so BMW, guys, just nailed this one. So this engine has a lot of torque down low. It has 98 Newton meters of torque at 5,250 RPM, and this is wonderful. You don't have to use too much the gear shifter on this one, and I think that you can ride this bike very, very relaxed, or even you can push it if you would like to. So it is a very usable bike in any condition. So about the shaft, this one has 137,000 kilometers on the dash, and this is quite a lot for any bike, but this bike still feels very solid. I mean, you feel that it's not a chain, but you have to consider that this bike, it's more than 20 years old. The riding position on this bike, it's very upright. The handlebar, it's wide, and you feel very comfortable on this bike. So the engine works really, really nice, over 3,000 RPMs, and you can have in the fourth or in the fifth, it doesn't matter. It really goes very nicely from 3,000 revs on. This one has 85 horsepower, and I think that this is appropriate for this kind of a bike. It has enough power also if you would like to push it a bit. This bike would be very nice also for 2-up. The seat, it's comfortable. it's soft, it's wide. This is why this bike is so appreciated, because of the comfort level, I think, and also because of the feel on the road. GS, Gelände und Straße, so off-road and on-road. These handguards are really useful, I think. Great protection from the wind and also from the insects. Let me just see how this one performs in the twisties. Yeah, the bike is stable. The bike is stable even at higher speeds. The engine feels appropriate. There is no comparison with the latest GS that I rode last year, the 40th anniversary model. So those of you who are interested in that one, just check that video that you see here. This bike, it's the older model, and it's not so sophisticated, with just ABS, so no electronic suspension, no quick shifter, no heated grips, no heated seats or anything like this. I can confirm that it's a lot of GS in the most common word, in the most common meaning. So it is still a GS, even though it's a very old one. You cannot compare the latest engine of the GS with this one, I mean the shift cam one. So this one has to be pushed a lot to reach very high speeds. Instead, that shift cam engine, it's wonderful. Nobody's behind. Yeah, the first gear. Okay, let's go. If I can do it here. Yeah, perfect. It has a very good turning circle. Cruising at 100 kilometers per hour, it's a little bit more than 3000 RPMs, and this engine feels just at home on a highway. The first pro, it's the comfort of this bike. This is just wonderful. The second pro, it's the engine. This Boxer engine just feels the right one. I mean, it has enough power and enough torque. Also for overtaking and for two-up, I think. And the third pro, it's the suspension. The suspension is just wonderful. It's not too harsh, it's not too soft, it's not too hard even, and the telelever at the front here, it's just perfect. So I think that this bike, it's a very good touring package overall. So 3 cons. This bike feels a bit heavy when pushing, so you feel the weight when pushing it. The second con is the center stand. So it is really not easy, even for me that I am 6'1" or 185 centimeters tall, to put it on a center stand. And the third con, it's the screen. So the screen should be better, I think. I still, even at the higher position, here you have the inclination, I felt some buffeting. Otherwise, a very good bike, a do-it-all bike. So with a very good chassis, with a very good suspension. This is all, guys. Thanks for watching, and please do me a favor and subscribe. Till the next one.